Now, by the time we hit middle age, we could have up to, get this, 7 kilos of undigested fecal matter stuck in our colon. Yeah. That is not a very pleasant image, is it? But we have Dr. Emma Parry from Health 2000's Lifestream range of products back in the Harvey Norman Lounge to give us some advice to perhaps avoid that, I think. Good morning.
Morning, Mel.
That's a really pleasant image to have.
It's not really. I don't think I really want that at this time in the morning, but thank you for that.
I know. I hope
image.
everyone's had their breakfast and their morning tea and everything. So we're talking about gut health. I mean, what does that actually mean?
So the gut is one of the biggest organs of the body. We don't think much about it, but it's also got around 2 kgs of organisms in it too. So it's pretty important.
2 kgs of them?
2 kgs, gosh. Yeah. So the gut is very important. So we think about those organisms that are in the gut. They need to be healthy, and I've talked about that quite a bit before, about healthy organisms. But there's also other components of the gut which are really important. So there's things like the enzymes and the acid in our stomach that helps to digest the food along with the organisms. And then you've also got things like motility. So the bowel is a muscle. So we think of our muscles, like lifting up weights. But inside us there's a whole bunch of muscles that we don't have any control over. Okay. And so there's a big muscle and the bowel is pushing the food along. And so if that muscle's not working well, that's a problem for us as well.
And that would be a hard thing to exercise as well.
And the other thing to understand is that we're learning more about the bowel and how the gut needs to be involved in all sorts of parts of our health. And one of them is immunity. And so throughout the gut, there's patches of cells that specialise in immunity. And so if you've got a healthy gut, it can have really beneficial effects, not just on absorption of food, but also general health, even things like, brain as well.
Wow. So what would be the problems then if you've got an unhealthy gut?
Yeah. Okay. So if you kind of break it down to some of those different aspects of good gut health. The first one is thinking about organisms. So, I've spoken before about how it's important to have the right organisms lining the gut, and they have a multitude of reasons why you want them to be good. So they can help with food digestion, they can help with symptoms like having a bloated tummy or discomfort. They're also important in other areas of health, such as things like diabetes, and even research is suggesting in Alzheimer's. So quite amazing to have the right bacteria there. But alongside that, you also need to have good motility in the bowel. And if you think about a good diet, you want to have things that have fibre in them. And what the fibre does is it just ensures that that smooth muscle is being exercised. So coming back to your question of exercise, instead of lifting weights, what you want in your bowel is good fibre content. And that actually will exercise that small bowel and exercise those muscles and keep things moving along.
And a lot of people don't get that in their diets these days, do they?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you recommend these products from Health 2000?
Yeah, so what we've got is the Lifestream bowel biotic fibre here. And what that contains is 3 main ingredients. One is a fibre in the form of psyllium husk, and that fibre will actually help to get that bowel moving and avoid constipation. And fibre is also really important for other things such as control of sugar levels and also cholesterol levels. So fibre is not just about the motility.
Wow.
It also has really high quality probiotics in it, and these are the bacteria that we want lining our gut. And so we take those in this product, and therefore we then have them sitting in our gut, and hopefully they take a hold so that we have the right bacteria sitting in there. And then the third component is something called inulin, which is a prebiotic.
Okay, so what's a prebiotic?
Yeah, so a prebiotic is kind of interesting. We read a lot about prebiotics. A prebiotic is actually a food source for the probiotic. So if you think about all the gut lining your bowel and you want the really good ones, then actually a prebiotic is a type of food source for those bacteria. So it encourages the growth of the good ones and discourages the growth of the bad ones. And if you have a prebiotic, it's going to help to make sure that when you take those probiotics, you actually get those to stay and colonize the bowel.
Wow, so you're feeding your probiotic with your prebiotic, like giving it the good stuff, you're giving it healthy things, as opposed to...
And it's interesting because like a naturally occurring prebiotic in our diet would be like a fermented food, so like a sauerkraut.
Oh, right.
Well, I have in the fridge sauerkraut. I try and give it to my kids and they look at me like, no,
thank you very much, Mum. I've had the same problem.
Okay, well, we'll go for something different. Maybe we'll go for, a product like this, which I can stir into a smoothie and, hey, they've got it.
Yes, I tried the sauerkraut thing too. As much as I love it, it's not really working for the kids. Aloe vera is another option that's mentioned for good bowel health as well. How does that work?
Yeah, so aloe vera has, it's been around for centuries, and we know that in medicine, often a lot of drugs that we use have been around for a long time.
You can put it on burns, can't you?
Yeah, it's a very kind of traditional thing. It's been used. So when you break open the leaf, you get that gel coming out, and that can be very soothing. So that's why you would put it on burns.
Or after sun.
Exactly, but also in the form of, it's a soothing type of effect on the bowel as well. And so with an aloe vera product from Lifestream, what you've got is something that's going to help to soothe the bowel and soothe the lining of the bowel. The key thing about the Lifestream one is that it's organic, it's GMO free, and it's from just that inner core of the leaf. It's because the outer core actually has effects that cause diarrhea. So that's kind of the opposite of what you're trying to
you want to get
do
that balance
good.
right.
Yeah, you want to get it just right. You want your gut health to be really good. And so there's a patented method whereby they take that inner gel just at the time it's produced and lock it in so that you know that you're getting the really good stuff and none of the side effects of that latex that they have in the outer.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That's really helped, and I'm hoping that it'll be helping us all with our mobility.
Cool.
Our inner mobility, shall we say.
Yes,
Great advice.
absolutely. Good health.
Thank you so much. And Dr. Emma has brought along products for everyone in the audience today, so you'll have good bowel mobility. And they are available at Health 2000 stores. Just ask their friendly staff to point you in the right direction.